Question of the night. We'll get to the question. Let's start with, like, feeling like there's no point. I'm a, like, huge candidate for feeling like there's, not candidate, but, like, I'm a great example for feeling like there's no point. And what do I mean, no point? Like, bro, living is hard. It's fuck every day. Like, one thing I had, like, thought to myself the other day, I was driving to work, and the phrase came into my head. I don't know what I was thinking or saying. I talk to myself a lot. The phrase came into my head, the days just keep coming. And, like, I meant that in a negative connotation. Like, you know, like, imagine you're in a fight or you're getting jumped and you're recapping and you're saying to yourself, like, and the hits just kept coming. That's the sense I meant. The days just keep coming. Like, there's no end. The days just keep coming. And I just had a lisp. I was thinking to myself, like, did I just really say that? Like I just can't stand the days, you know? Where does that show? Like, I just can't stand the days. Sometimes, man, it just feels like, not even sometimes, a long time. One time, a long time, it can feel like there's no point. Jobs are hard to get. Money's hard to keep. Passion is hard to find. A lot of shit is hard. The easiest thing is, like, not caring, you know? And that's, like, a huge part, honestly, if I'll be dreadfully honest. Not caring is a huge part of my dream lifestyle. Like, often, personally, I wish, like, I could just live practically homeless. And, like, my dream lifestyle is, like, I had, like, a van. Like, if I could have a van or something, or, like, a RV, or just a big-ish kind of vehicle, right? And the only thing I would spend money on is gas. And I could just drive all over the U.S. and wherever is connected to the U.S. where I wouldn't get shot or maybe burned alive or something. And anytime I would need food, just steal it or something. Or maybe, you know, if I'm feeling fancy, eat it like a McDonald's and not spend money on gas. I don't know how I would get money, but, you know, wherever I'm getting money, just spend it on gas. And, you know, just live like that and be able to find no, never mind. Yeah, and just live like that, like, no worries, no cares, like a Hakuna Matata van lifestyle. And that would be easy. Not easy, but yeah, basically easy because there's nothing to worry about, you know? Like, when you're stationary, living in a house that you have to come back to every day, when you have utility bills that are, like, so demanding, when you live under a law that prohibits all the stuff, not all the stuff, but, like, a lot of the stuff that you're, like, really interested in. I'm not interested in, like, murder or, like, burglary or rape or anything. It's mainly substance abuse. But, like, you know, just, I can't live in the woods. If I could live in the woods, I'd low-key be happy, but, like, you can't do that, really, in America. And then, like, you also have, like, a whole family that you can't just leave behind. You know, you gotta care about people. Not gotta. Like, it's sometimes it does feel like a chore. Like, you kind of gotta care about people. You gotta, you know, do for other people as they do for you. Like, you can't just go about anything in any old way. People expect you to check in with them and, like, you know, care and wonder about them. Sometimes that shit feels like a chore, especially when it stacks up and you were just raised like everything breaks, you know? Nothing sticks. There's no point really to most stuff. Everything can break, anything can break, and you can lose anything all the time. And the world screams at you, you know? Like the world is constantly in defense mode. No, not defense mode. The world is constantly in offense mode. It's always in offense, like, no matter what. And the reason I say constantly in offense mode, like, there's no relax, because a lot of the times people who have been through the really harsh offensive modes of the world, like, would probably, like, the really harsh ones would probably look back and think like all the calm moments were just to get me to let my guard down. That's what's so hard about life. Like, when you really think about it, dude, imagine you were a monkey and you're in the Sahara or something. Or are there monkeys in the Sahara? Well, say you were a gazelle or a zebra. There's lions, there's alligators, and some things are just lions and alligators, and they can just come eat you, you know, and you won't be able to outrun it. That's just how it is. Sometimes you're a defenseless kid in like Indonesia, and your mom walked a little bit too far from you at like a huge festival, and some guy picks you up, and now you're a sex slave. Like, shit is really bad. The world is always in offense mode. And sometimes you're a guy who picks up little Indonesian kids at festivals when their mom walks so far away. Like, I'm not accusing you, just like, you know, take it easy. But, you know, the world is just fucked up like that. And so when you're in an obscure spot where you low-key live a comfortable life, but you just like, or you have the chance to live a comfortable life, or you feel like you've ruined your chance to live a comfortable life, in which I think the purpose of life is to find comfort. Like, think about it. You only eat when you're hungry, and hunger is discomfort, you know? Your body slowly but automatically heals all your physical wounds because it hurts or something, right? You always find, you're mentally, subconsciously, you always find some kind of way to, you know, close up whatever patches there are. Be it you can find like drugs or something, and like you're a victim of like a huge terrible thing, so you do drugs all the time to kind of heal that. You're looking for comfort, you know? I think the purpose of life is to find comfort, not to be rich. And even if you think it is to be rich, why do you want to be rich? So you'll never be broke or poor and uncomfortable. You want to be stable. You want to be comfortable, right? I mean, I'm not saying whatever you think the point of life is wrong. I'm just saying, like, I think the point of life is comfort. So, like, to find comfort just feels like a challenge. Oh, brother, why would this do this to me? What the to find comfort just feels like a challenge often. Is there like, where's the outlet, you know, of the terror and dread of, you know, the scrambling and trying to find comfort? I'm gonna insert a lot of my personal experience in here. I have freedom of speech. I live in America. Sometimes you live in America, sometimes you don't. Crazy. But I have freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want. And isn't that some bullshit too, that like a lot of people live by like the law of wherever they were born, and like they're their own person, but you have to fit into little slots like a test tube, or like a, what's that shit called, or a circuit board, or whatever. You have to fit into a spot and think a certain way because of the shit around you, and you can't be just you. You can't be zone fries. You can't be fucking floating. Like maybe because I'm in America, like I feel humans are supposed to be at least able to, because every person has different ideas, you know, and every idea can be put towards prosperity, but it isn't always, because variables. Sometimes you're a monkey, sometimes you're a lion, and sometimes you're a baby that gets eaten before you can grow like feathers, bro. Like, oh my God, the world is always in offense mode. But what I think you should like realize, or what I actually think I should realize, is there's ways out, you know? The problem is, are you always comfortable with the way out? Seeking comfort constantly. The world is constantly offending your comfort and chance at comfort. Like, in my personal experience, I'm clouded, you know, by fucking fear and futuristic anxiety. Like, My GPA as of now, if I'm not wrong, actually I have the paper somewhere right here. I'm not even gonna look though. I'm pretty sure my GPA is like 2.0. That's awful. Why is that? Don't listen to that and think I'm just like some dummy. I just never cared. I had no concern from literally like my second grade year up until 12th. I had no concern. Often I would bring home report cards that were like 30s, in the 30s. Somehow still I graduated. Not even somehow. I freaking went to like a career academy. Got super lucky because my counselor was a goat, and I graduated high school with a 2.0 GPA. Seeing that if my situation goes the way I want it to go, I could get into a community college, but then I'd have to, you know, do FAFSA and all that other bullshit and figure out how to pay off that debt. And there's like, you see, there's the world again in offense mode. And then there's like other ways too, like you can start scamming or something, and there is like definitely a successful way to do that, but there's also a huge risk. You could go to jail and have your everything taken away, or then you can't live anywhere, because they'll find you. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be an advocate for scamming. Don't scam, bro. That shit's so fucked up. Unless the only thing I could say like of scamming that would be like okay in my view of the world is if you found some kind of way to just make money appear out of nowhere. That'd be cool. Then you're a hero. You're a fucking hero at that point. But don't just take money from people who aren't suspecting it and haven't done anything, and don't deserve that. And especially people who are like low in life. If you're gonna take money from people, take it from the people who can afford to lose it, not the vulnerable, small-minded, weak, unexperienced people. I've been in that situation like twice now, and I've lost a lot. Like the first time, I've been scammed twice. The first time I was scammed, I lost $300. Trusting someone, bruh. Shouldn't have done it. I was being too nice. And the second time I got scammed, I lost $3,000, and I was living check to check. So that was like a consecutive band, like 1,000 boom, 1,000 boom, extra money boom, and it wasn't exactly 3,000. It was more like 2,000, like 700 or 800. But like that's basically like 3 bands lost, and now I'm fucked up. And then not even as if it wasn't bad enough. That wasn't even all my money. I owe people still, and this doesn't matter. That's just some of the hopelessness though. Like some of the most hopelessness inducing situations. That just makes you feel like, bro, there's no point to anything and I can always lose. Especially for someone like me. Like, oh, wait. I don't mean to make this all about me. I want you to feel like yourself too. But like, for context, maybe you could relate. I'm a person who always has had negativity lingering in my brain, on my tongue, and like feeling like it's in my skin, like I just ate some kind of negativity pepper and then spit it out and rubbed it everywhere, like all up my nose and in my eyes and my ears and my scalp and everything. And now I'm just spicy with negativity, and I like don't believe in anything positive, and like I don't see a way out to negativity ever, because like it's everywhere, like. And then personally, I'm just not someone who ever puts in really effort for anything. Anything good I've ever done, or like, successful I've ever done, has kind of just come up like I was in flow state or something, or it was just pure luck. Either I was in flow state or it was pure luck, and it just came to be so. And now I like thought, you would think to yourself like, oh, look at what I'm capable of, or I would think to myself like, oh, look at what I'm capable of. And then you kind of try again to do something great, and you fail, and then the darkness sets in and the reality just like staples you to a wall, and you're like, no. And then you kind of start like looking at the world like it's too big. Like there's not even a million people. You can't count to a million, and there's hundreds times that. Like there's too many people. And of that too many people, way too many people, a lot of them have died, and a lot more of them are in, like, not a lot more of them, but like a huge amount of people are in, like a great chunk of those people are in terrible situations because it's just the way that the world is set up. And like a couple, like a great, like a skinny slice of cake of the world is fortunate enough, like really fortunate enough, where the world focuses on what they're thinking and like will buy what they're selling, and like they're just on top of the world like that because of what? Flow state or luck or something? Who the fuck knows, man? Like evil shit or something. Who knows, dude? Like when you like take in that the world is like that and then look at yourself, when you like contrast how expansive the world is and then how tiny, molecular, and acute you and your situation and everything that came to be you is, because everyone else thinks that they're the world, and then you know that everyone else is molecular and acute and like a grain of sand, smaller than you can comprehend. And everybody is. We're all just sand. We're all just little bits of sand, smaller than we can comprehend, trying to do things that are larger than we can comprehend. Or maybe a good population of people. Like there are some people who just have like the drive to care and try and have you know, concern and effort and put it towards things and shit and keep promises. And personally, me, I'm just not that guy. I'm just not a guy who cares, man, or has concern or puts in effort or like, you know, really cares about keeping promises naturally, you know. I look at myself honestly as like a bit of a degenerate, like every day, because I keep that in my head, like, man, I don't care. I could lose everything as long as I'm alive. Like, how bad is it, you know? As long as I'm alive and not in jail, how bad is it? You can always play dirty. It's always an option. So nothing's really that bad, but I got an influence right now that's telling me like there's positivity in the world and shit, you know. And there is. Actually, you should open your mind. I think it all depends on how you think. If you're someone, do mushrooms. I recommend everybody do mushrooms one time. Do a good dose. Look it up first though. Maybe do Golden Teachers. Or do MDMA one time. Don't smoke weed, because then you'll become a pothead because of like, you know, systematic learning and everything. And then you actually will become lazy, sluggish, stupid, and unconcerned. I don't know the actual way it goes. But, you know, after that, try to think at angles where like you can find a method of finding ways out of this rut you've dug yourself. I think I've dug myself a rut again because I never turned in assignments in class. I didn't get a scholarship. I never played a sport. I never joined a club or any of that shit. I was literally just wind. I was just space. I was just a picture. I was just light. Honestly, like I was just a phase of light. Yeah, I can make like okay songs here and there. I can write like pretty good shit here and there, but like what else am I made of? You know? Is how I would feel a lot. You have to kind of teach yourself, man. If you don't want to end up killing yourself or something, like, and like I am a strong advocate for don't kill yourself. That's the dumbest thing you can do. If you kill yourself, you have no chance at all. If you're alive and you're homeless with like one leg and one arm, you have a chance at something, you know. But if you kill yourself, you just throw away everything. Okay, the only thing I would say it's fair to kill yourself for is if you have no arms, no legs, and no tongue. If you have no arms, no legs, and no tongue, and you kill yourself, this is no offense to anyone who has no arms, no legs, and no tongue. But if you're in that situation and you kill yourself, it would make at least some sense. But I feel like at least then you still kind of have a chance. I say no tongue because then you probably can't eat that well. And then no arms and legs, fuck, you know, you're fucked. No offense again. But like, you know, don't kill yourself if you have all your limbs and your tongue. You can do something. Steal, do drugs, fucking get back at the guys who killed your parents or something. You know, at least you got like a chance, bro. Looking at it that way, I kind of do have a chance. It's not like I was considering suicide, but I will mention every here and there it really doesn't seem so like far-fetched. No, wait, I sound crazy, dude. Never mind. I didn't say that, bro. Fuck. Fucking... Yeah. There is light. I think I'm just in the dark. What I recommend, bro, try to teach yourself to not get so stuck. Delete social media, drink more water, stretch more often, and don't make your life so systematic. Another thing too, don't be scared. Don't be scared of anything, okay? Fear is the thought of stuff that hasn't happened yet, stopping you from what could happen that you want. You want to buy a car, and you're scared. I don't know what would make you scared to buy a car. You're scared you won't be able to pay it off. So you don't buy the car. Now you're down by 2. You don't have the car, and you can't pay it off because you don't have the car. But if you went and got the car, you could have the car. And you could still probably pay it off. Pay it off. If you know you can't pay it off, don't try to get that car. Or if you're about to die soon, get it. Fuck it. You know you're about to die. Every moment is fleeting. You can have whatever you want. But try to teach yourself that there's light. I also got to start trying to teach myself that there's light. Because the mindset I'm in, even now, even with the influence I've got right now, I will say my influence is my girlfriend. My girlfriend's constantly trying to, teach me patterns to, not let myself get so down. Because I have a huge habit of that, like thinking everything's just gone to shit and there's no point. And I just try to look for the light in the dark, you know? Kind of, yeah. But yeah, try to teach yourself, man, that shit isn't ending. There's a chance at everything. As humans, we're the navigators of chance, bro. How the fuck do you think America was started? How do you think magic, if you think magic's fake, how do you think there's an entire industry built on it? And people believe it. Everything is possible, man. You know. Try to teach yourself better. Try to teach yourself how to teach yourself better. Become your own teacher and look for your own material. If nothing else is working, do it yourself. You get a C++.